we're going to go ahead and get started. I have one other question I'll answer before we get started is, how much technical knowledge must you have to do the SEO stuff that we'll be discussing? You either need the technical knowledge to be able to make the updates to your website, or you'll need to reach out to your web developer and ask them to make specific changes on your website. But they're not overly complicated, they're just more about helping with conversions. So that should, so you don't really need any programming skills, but if you're not able to make simple changes to your website because it's built in some type of editor that you're not familiar with, then you will have to reach out. So let's go ahead and get started with this morning's webinar. How to optimize your preschool or childcare website for conversions is what we're going to discuss today. All online marketing hinges on your website's ability to convert visitors to callers. And that's the most critical thing that needs to happen. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. And then we're also going to talk about the things that you can do to allow that to happen. A month ago, we talked about your entire 2017 internet marketing plan. And we talked about how to maximize your web presence using the latest internet marketing strategies. Throughout this year, we will be breaking down that plan that we discussed a month ago and breaking it into details that will be helpful for each and every one of you. If for some reason you missed that, please log into localchildcaremarketing.com/2017-webinar-replay. Now, if you don't get this all written down, that's not a problem. You'll have this replay coming out by Monday as well to be able to cover the topic and also provide you this link. So when we talked about a month ago was your web presence dominance method. So over time, basically the last 18 months, we have narrowed it down to these different phases that need to be worked on to achieve your dominance in your marketplace. And so that dominance starts out with a great website, strong copy, and conversions. So today, notice that we're only going to focus on this one aspect of this entire foundation, which is conversions. Then we go on in future workshops to talk about on-page SEO, link building, directories, blogging, and reputation. The next step, once you've got this under control, we recommend social engagement for childcare centers. We see good benefit by simply getting out there, posting every day on Facebook, posting about 3 times a week on Google+, a couple times a week on Pinterest, and there's a way to hook your Facebook up to your Twitter. So that's all can happen using the exact same content that you're using to get posting done throughout the week. And then Instagram, that's something you have to do because, again, it's very specific and it's best done from things that are happening in the center at the moment. So you do that. On top of that, the next phase is ads on social media and specifically on Facebook and Instagram. We always start people out on Facebook and then we expand to Instagram as we see how their results go. And then we'll go on to talk throughout the year on PPC, retargeting, reputation, email marketing, and then also directory ads that you can pay to be boosted up in their profiles. And then 2 things that aren't really online, but are extremely helpful in driving traffic are postcard marketing and other types of referral programs or reward programs where you get your existing customer coming back to the website and confirming why they chose you. And that helps to boost them back around as they are more excited about you. They'll typically engage more in social media for you. They may leave a testimonial for your website. And so it's working around this circle. That's kind of all essential. So what will happen is your lead flow will increase via the internet throughout the year as you drill down on each of these different things we're going to talk about as the year goes by. But today we're going to talk about this very small part of the foundation, which is optimizing your website for conversions. little housekeeping real quick. Turn off your cell phones. Please give me the next 60 minutes to dig in and provide this detail to you. And once we're done, you'll have, of course, the recorded replay, so you'll be able to work through this process. We've also provided you a workbook, and that workbook is available so you can take notes. Turn off your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, any other chat function that you typically believe you can't live a minute without watching or reading. And again, the most successful child care center owners and directors that are serious about getting results in 2017 will spend the next 60 minutes so they can change their life. Who am I and why listen to me? Well, first, I enjoy helping others achieve their dreams and goals. I relate well to entrepreneurs because I am one. I've bought, sold, and operated over 10 businesses in the last 40 years. I'm a speaker. I've spoken on the stage of both Chris Murray and Julie Barkis's child care conferences. And I'm a certified online marketing strategist with the local Internet Marketing Association. So that's who I am and why I think you should listen to me. What people are saying about me, I'm going to read through these very quickly. Jeff always thinks outside the box to facilitate others' dreams and reach their potential. That's Meg Fitzgerald. She was a former business partner. Christine Whitmarsh. There are very few people in the world that, with a scope of vision, knowledge, and business intuition that makes them worthy of being introduced as a true game changer. I've worked with Christine off and on over the years. And finally, John Klippenstein. Jeff has the unique ability to think big while dealing with the details. He not only thinks out of the box, but he invents new boxes all the time. So that's why I think you should listen to me today and know about what we do. We help multi-center child care companies. We help single center owners. We also help Montessori owners. So this gives you just a small idea of the different types of businesses that we work with. And we go anywhere from 10 locations down to 1 location, and like I say, Montessori as well. And please note, this is what we do. Our team members specialize in all aspects of online marketing. Here's just a few of those team members for you today. So that's not our entire team. We actually today have about 6 team members on our team. I mentioned briefly we have a workbook. If you did not receive that workbook in an email, please check. You should have received one this morning, or just go to local childcare marketing /17-02-workbook, and you'll have a workbook there that you can fill out as we go through today's webinar. The format for today, this is a live workshop. We have people online from all over the country. I will stop throughout the process and answer questions, so please feel free to put your questions in the chat box, and I'll do everything possible to answer your questions as we go. I'll also take questions at the very end of the presentation. What is the one online marketing element that you'll have the biggest impact on the results of your overall internet marketing efforts? Well, that's your website, believe it or not. And why is that so important? Well, it's important because the traffic that you get to your website may or may not convert. And there are certain elements on your website that will increase that conversion dramatically. So that's what we're going to discuss today. And like I say, I'll be looking for the questions and answers in the chat. And let's drill down now on how your online marketing element, the website, will be the most impactful and commonly referred to as the hub. So all the different things that you're doing, whether you're doing LinkedIn or Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and any of these others, they all will make a difference in driving traffic. But once people arrive on your website, you want to make sure that traffic makes a difference. And let me show you how that plays out. So the reason conversion is so important, in scenario 1, we have 300 visitors per month to your website. 5% of those convert. So 15 people either make a call or fill in a lead form. And so now you've got 15 people that are calling in And if you're doing well on your tours and your phone conversations, let's say you get 20% to convert, and that will get you 3 enrollments. If your tuition average is $150 per week, that's 23,400 of annualized new revenue. So that's good, but nothing earth-shattering. And then you can go to scenario 2, where we have the same 300 visitors. This time, our conversions increase just right here from the only conversion factor we're looking at is how many people now make a call or fill out a form to generate a lead. Because remember, there are many people that in the middle of the night are working on solving a problem. Let's say I need a new child care center, or I'm moving to town and need a child care center. They like to be able to fill out that form on your website, so they now can put the burden on you to call them back. We get the same 20% conversion now on 45 calls, 9 enrollments, much better. Our average weekly tuition is exactly the same. So now we're looking at 70,000 in annualized revenue. That's a huge difference between the two, and it's all about getting your conversions right on your website. Let's take a look at this. Can conversion optimization really have an impact? Well, I use here Young Scholars Academy because I was able to go back and reach back and find an example of what their website looked like before and what it looks like today. So we'll discuss why you need to have your phone number up in the upper right-hand corner, why you want to have your benefits clearly stated here, how to use video to welcome people to the website, and then finally talk about the form that will help you get those middle of the night conversions. And then we'll also talk about showing off the different things that you've accomplished. So for example, the local newspaper in 2016 chose them as the winner of as a up and coming business in Colorado Springs. So great achievement there. And they actually won it in 2015. We're just waiting to see if they win in 2017. So we'll talk about all of these elements as we continue forward. The conversion difference. In 2015, there were 336 calls on that site, and they had a 43% conversion. So they had 43% of those 336 that either filled out a form or they called in. 2016, just about the same number of calls, a little more, but their conversion was 67%. So you can imagine how many more opportunities they had to talk about their child care center and the great programs that they offer. While all this is going on, you're also going to notice traffic increases as Google acknowledges your effort. So Google is going to start showing you more and more frequently as you're doing work on your website, and they're seeing more clicks. So the more people click on your website, the number of page views is what it's consistently referred to. The more page views you have, the longer people stay on your site. Those are huge factors in how your website ranks. And so you can see here, in this period of time back in early 2016, they were below 1,000, and now they're up here consistently over 1,000. So big impact. How do we optimize for conversion? Well, we have to look at your website, and we have to look at this small component of SEO with the goal of getting your phone to ring more consistently. There are 9 critical elements to enhancing your conversions. First one, we need to speak to your avatar. They have fears, so they're your potential customers. They have fears and frustrations, and you need to speak directly to them so that they know why they're going to choose you as their childcare provider. You need to be real. Use authentic images of your team on the homepage and throughout the website. Remember, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. Use video and multimedia elements to engage different modalities. Website welcome video, which is something we're coming back around to doing. We left that for a while, and now we're adding it back into new websites that we're building, is a website video. Who we are and what we do. So very simply, this is Jeff Fisher, ABC Child Care Center. We proudly serve 6-month-old to 12-year-olds from infant programs all the way through to after-school programs. We have amazing enhancement programs such as art and dance and tumbling, you need to check us out. Give us a call or fill out the form below. That's it. That's how simple that little website welcome video can be. Ideally, you want to have the owner involved in that and the director. A great video is one or the other, but an amazing video is when you have both of them in the video, because remember that we want to build that trust. And so if they've already seen you in that welcome video, they're going to know who they're going to meet when they first walk through the door. You can also have videos on each of the program pages. That helps out explaining exactly how your program, how your infant care program works, how your after school program works. So remember, even though you've written it all down on the page, there are people that would much rather watch a video than read anything. And that's why video is constantly growing. And then another video can be on your site that talks about why someone should contact you versus the competition. Now, this is not about bashing the competition here. This is about talking about how you're different, more conveniently located, you meet all the standards, things like that. So using video and multimedia elements is another way to enhance your conversions. Okay, just checking for questions here. Okay, I've answered the questions that are up there. Leverage social proof. Showcase your online reviews prominently on the homepage. Charles will be talking about Avatar in just a minute. It's basically your potential customers. Sorry about that. Leveraging social proof. Showcase your online reviews prominently on the homepage with tools like So Tell Us, Review Buzz, or Local Childcare Marketing has our own proprietary system to showcase them. Get the basics in order. Ensure that there's a web form that customers can fill out. Add credibility with authority symbols. Better Business Bureau, NACE. Again, as I showed on Colorado Springs, the local newspaper awarding them one of the top businesses in the city in their category. Also ensure that you have clear calls to action on each page and that it speaks to your customer's avatar. Tell them exactly what to do next. Like I said, this is the critical elements. I will work through each of those throughout the webinar. Use special offers that match the program that they're in need of. Make sure the website is mobile optimized with an easy click to call function. If you came on early in the conversation, a real quick example of that is this particular daycare. When I did the mobile ready test on it, showed that it wasn't opening. And another way that you can test it is simply just by downsizing your browser screen. You can see if it's resizing or it's not, to figure out exactly what people are seeing. So mobile optimization is actually one of the most critical things to do. Consider leveraging live chat. Must have someone near the computer all day to do this, or hire a service to manage this system. But we're just experimenting now with live chat on some of the websites. It is a bit expensive of a service, but it does improve your conversions if somebody has a question and they can type it in a live chat and get an immediate response. So live chat is also helpful. The thing is, your avatar. So what is an avatar? We'll go into that. But the thing you're looking for is if you can see a dual earner parent through their eyes, then you can create content that connects with that dual earner parent. You can do the same with single parents, grandparents, and caregivers. But you want to be speaking directly to your potential audience, talking about their concerns. So we'll go into detail, an avatar. So there's a form within the workbook that you can go ahead and use to fill out. And of course, you can use the one that I present today. And you want to be working, as I said, on those groups: parents, single parents, grandparents, caregivers, excuse me, and dual earners as a minimum. And then you got also parents where one parent stays at home. So I forgot to put that on here. But those are who you're trying to target. So you're going to want to find what their pains and fears are, what their goals and desires, fears and implications, and dreams and aspirations So here's an example on demographics for dual earners. I talked about this last month, but homeowner, 23 to 35 years old, typically female, because the majority of your traffic is going to be female. But you can't ignore the male because it does happen. Married with 2 to 3 kids, head of household, 65,000 annual household income. And again, this will vary depending on where you're at in the country. 65 may be too high for some areas of the country, and 65 may be too low. You're looking for family oriented. So as you talk about your great center, you want them to identify with the fact that you encourage social, grow socially and other things, and focus on avatars that are family oriented because they'll get your message better. Likes gardening, crafts, and arts. They're going to appreciate the different enhancement programs that you offer. Lives in a middle class neighborhood or upper middle class neighborhood. So even if they're not a homeowner, they can afford a decent amount of rent. And so paying your tuition bill every month should not be a problem. And they take interest in their community. And again, you need to craft these for your center where you're located, but that's the demographics of them. Then we get into their pains and frustrations. Their pains, they need childcare. They're worried about the quality of their childcare. Do the hours of operation match their schedule? Is it in the preferred location? Do they want a childcare center closer to home, closer to work, halfway in the middle so the husband and wife can share picking up the child? Those are all considerations and pains that they have to overcome. And then most people are too busy to deal with finding a new center. So again, when they arrive on your site and you've gotten all of the conversion optimization done that we talked about today, they're going to stay on your site and they're actually going to take action, because otherwise they're going to hit the back button and go looking for somebody else that grabs their attention. The next part of an avatar is the fears and implications. Are they getting a good value for the education that they're being provided? So everybody always worries about, am I paying too much for what I'm getting? So that deals with that. If you have a new child, they're always going to be worried about, when I drop the child off and pick them up, are they going to recognize me? How does the child care center make sure that interaction doesn't take the new child and co-opt them in, but in fact nurtures and enhances the experience for the child each day and makes them want to go home happier, more excited, and ready to come back tomorrow. Safety, is the center safe and secure? And then well-being. What's the implication of well-being? Will they get along with other kids? Will they enjoy the time at the center? So those are fears and implications that need to be dealt with in your optimization. And then goals and desires. They need to find a childcare that works for them. They need to be able to sleep peacefully at night. They need to be able to take care of their family with confidence. They need to know that their kids are healthy, happy, and successful. Travel and fun with the family. Be respected and have approval from friends, family, and relatives. Peace of mind. Reaching developmental milestones and kindergarten readiness are all part of the considerations for the avatar. So you got to look for messaging that works. So your center meets all state requirements and standards. You have nutritional meal programs prepared and provided. So as you go out there and you write ads for your Facebook, you optimize your website, even as far as if you run an ad in a local newspaper or on the local radio station, these are the messaging points you want to be looking at. What are your hours of operation? Talk about the convenience factor and why you're open those specific hours. You want to mention that you have highly trained and prove on your website that you have highly trained childcare providers. Prove out on your website that you have a safe environment, that you have a satisfaction guarantee of some sort. Try us out for 2 weeks, risk-free, and if you're not happy, we'll give you your money back. So you're reducing risk, which is a huge thing in selling that people usually miss. Kindergarten readiness, kids that are healthy, happy, and successful, those are all components of it. So you'll notice here on this particular website that we cover a lot of these things. So here are, and we use the word benefits here, but here's 4 of the benefits that are discussed, and these jump right out at the top of the website so that we can state our most obvious reasons that you should choose us as a child care center for your child. You need to be showing the team on your website so they can see who's there, and again, build confidence as they're walking through the door that, wow, it looks like you have a large number of employees. They look, well groomed, professional, and I feel comfortable in bringing my child to the center. So that's show the team, show the owners and directors. Again, make this site real, make this site authentic. So it's all about you and why you're involved in childcare. The more you talk about it, the better you're going to be. In this case, here's a director that's been involved since 2001. So that tells you a lot about, this must be a great place if that director started out probably as a child care provider and worked her way up through the process and through the system to become the director and stick around. Learn about why this owner got involved and her education, so you can understand exactly why you would want to bring your child to the center. Then leverage video and multimedia. So in testimonials, for example, get video testimonials, put them up on the site. And that will help you, again, get people to stick around a little bit longer. Those are good signals for Google to help rank your site, but it also helps the parent engage. And engagement equals conversions. The more they connect with you and your website, the better you'll be. Another way to use a video is by location or by program. So here on this particular site in San Diego at the Claremont location, there's an easy to play video that talks about the whole center. So when a person walks up to your door again and they walk through the door and they see the center just like it was in your video, again, you're going to build their confidence, trust, and they're going to feel like they know you. So those are all important things. And then leverage social media proof. Don't take our word for it, is what you want to be thinking. And you want to be thinking about, see what our customers are saying about our center. So these reviews, 86 5-star reviews for this location, 111 reviews for this location. So there's little widgets that can be added to your website. And as I discussed before, there's a variety of services where you can get this widget to be placed on your website to be tracking your reviews online. So you want to get the fundamentals right. Fundamentals, the phone number in the upper right-hand corner. Talk about your benefits and why they should choose you. Try to limit this to 3 or 4, preferred. And then finally, a way for them to opt in so that they can raise their hand and say, tell me more about your services. Also use special offers. If you match the program they're interested in, you'll get the best results. But even just an online special like the one you see here will get you good results. So the more specific, if on the infants page you have, bring in your child and get a week free, and on the after school program, bring in your child, and again, put a time frame on it in the next 4 weeks and get registration free for the after school program. Those will actually perform better, but you're perfectly fine with using a simple coupon that works on the whole site. And again, all of this is a work in progress. So get your first coupon up, get it working, put it on your site, and then start thinking about it, working on your next coupon. Coupons do, special offers do attract people. People are always looking for some kind of deal. Make sure your website is mobile friendly. So again, it shows up well on the site, because 48 billion people now own a mobile phone, and that probably has increased since I got these statistics last. 3 out of 5 consumers search for local businesses on their smartphone. So right there, that tells you 60% of every single visitor that comes to your site is going to be coming through a smartphone. And then Google reports that 40% of the mobile consumers turn to a competitor site after a bad website experience, a bad mobile website experience. So that's another consideration. If you're not looking good, on your mobile website, take out your website, scroll all the way through it. Does it make sense? Is it in the order that you would want to present the facts about your business and tell the story of your business. And if it's not, make the necessary adjustments on your mobile website. Then the other thing is you want to make sure that you have a click to call option on your mobile site. So down here, you should see some kind of button, maybe on the right, maybe on the left, or all the way across. We prefer all the way across the bottom. And we're currently rolling this out to a lot of our current customers right now. Additionally, we've got, when they click the button, what they'll see is the phone number that it's going to call. They click that call, and the phone will automatically dial through to the child care center. Then you want to think about live chat. Live chat, excuse me, only 5 to 10% of the visitors that actually show up on your website take an action, that they actually call or fill out a web form. So what you want to do is you want to increase that number. Because remember, 90% of them are leaving without calling or filling out the form. So we know that they're in the market for your services and that they live in your service area because they just came to your website. To do this effectively, a couple things need to be considered. Hiring a live chat service may be something you need to do. But live chat is proven to increase leads by an average of 35%. So here you are, this is what's going to show up on your website. But remember, with live chat, you're going to have to be available to chat, or you can look online. There are several services that provide live chat responses. And so what you'll have to do is prepare some number of FAQs. Each service is a little different, but typically somewhere between 50 and 100 FAQs. And then an operator will be able to answer a lot of very general questions about your site. And then they'll be able to also gather the person's email address or phone number and let them know that someone will be giving them a call on a more difficult question. So that's how live chat works. But the key ideas here is add real authentic images of your team to the homepage and throughout the website. Add video, welcome video, video about your services, and especially a video about why they should choose you over somebody else that's a competitor. You need to be showcasing your online reviews that you get through a tool, like I said, like Sotellus, ReviewBuzz, or Local Childcare Marketing has one of these. Get the basics in order, get your phone number in the upper right-hand corner, ensure that there's a web form that customers can fill out, add every different kind of credibility that you have. Better Business Bureau, NACI, you've been identified in the local paper for some type of award, anything that continues to prove out to the visitor that they're in the right place and they have a reason to trust you. Update your calls to action on each page to ensure they speak to your customer's avatar and tell them exactly what to do. So on your infant care page, for example, you want to say, for amazing infant care in Raleigh, North Carolina, give us a call today, or click to fill out the form. So you want to talk about that. So on the next page is toddler care. For amazing toddler care, or for safe and secure toddler care, call us today. So each of your calls to action will be different, and you want them to speak to what you're talking about, both to the prospective customer and to what you're providing on that page. Leverage coupons, and then look into live chat and add it to your website if it's right for you. If you're struggling to answer the phone right now and nobody's ever by a computer, live chat really isn't for you at this point. Just work on the other fundamentals here to get your optimization up. So I see a few more people have entered in. You may not have heard me. Please ask questions at any time throughout the call today, and I will answer them as we go along. So is your website optimized for conversion? Is the SEO that you're doing on site and all of the different components of your website optimization increasing your lead flow and, more importantly, increasing your conversions? Are you getting the calls you expect? So for example, is your website set up to convert visitors to callers? So here, even a 3-location site, that's why I'm pointing this one out. We have the phone numbers for all 3 locations of there. We have an opt-in box so that they can fill that out. We have a slider. We have an announcement here that talks about their expansion. And then here we talk about their benefits. It's just below the page, and I couldn't quite fit it on. But so they talk here about their 30-day guarantee and their professionalism and how much experience they have. So you would click on those and go on in to another page on the website. I've provided a cheat sheet here. It's at localchildcaremarketing.com cheat sheet. And it will walk you through each of these different components. So the findability elements that we've talked about are keywords and page titles and content, exact match, NAP, name, address, and phone number, in the footer of the site, site built on a WordPress framework and is fully responsive, so that means it shows up well on your smartphones out there. Engagement elements, a USB, testimonials, easy navigation. It's quite amusing to see people spend a lot of time creating really crazy navigation on the side, across the bottom. I've even seen it across the middle of the page with nothing at the top. But at the end of the day, you want people to be able to navigate very quickly. Remember, you have about 2.5 minutes total, and typically they'll look at anywhere from 2 to 6 pages on your website. So if they're having to figure out your nav bar, you're going to lose in the proposition. Putting different trust icons on, you want a map on there, driving directions, your social proof. And then we talked about the different components of call to action. You want a lead magnet. So again, something where you're asking them to sign up to give them something for free, and then real photos of you and your team. On your WordPress site, your Yoast SEO plugin, Google Analytics, Bird Eye, or some other review capture. Click the tweet if you're a big tweeter. If you're not, if you're only linking it from your Facebook page, then you would leave that off. Facebook, so you can auto-publish, and that'll take content off your website and put it up on Facebook. You need a sitemap so Google knows what you're all about. And the last plugin that may or may not work for you, but is Jetpack by WordPress. If you have a web developer, I'd ask them if it works for your website or not, but it's one of the plugins that you should consider. How's this website layout? Your logo, navigation, some ability to take action, and possibly another action. So again, it could be click the call, contact us today. See, contact us today is an action. Another action is providing their Google social media buttons here. Call to action, trust icons of any sort, like we talked about in AC, Better Business Bureau. You want to put client testimonials on your website. Have that opt-in box. Make sure you have a map. And then down towards the bottom of the page, same thing. All of these components are shown again on the bottom of the page. And then responsive design. So we've talked about that. Make sure your website is mobile responsive, easy to read, has a call to action on there, click the call, whatever it may be. So again, this is all available under the cheat sheet URL here. Please log in and download that for yourself. Act sooner rather than later. Which of the following 9 things should you implement in your business now that will have a positive impact on your conversion rates? Pick 3 to implement them in the next 30 days. So my question is would somebody please register in the chat box one of the things that they're going to do in the next 30 days to improve their optimization on their website and conversions? George says he's going to add click to call on his mobile website. Great, George, that's a great idea. Anyone else have anything they're going to do? Anybody going to put the phone number up on the top center of the page? All right, I got Jules is going to try out live chats. I think that's great. You just have to ask, after you do your research, ask your web developer to install it on your website. Again, there's a lot of applications depending on the format you're built in. but it can be done. Julie says she's going to add the phone number in the upper right-hand corner. That's a great idea. So make room and get that phone number up there. Because along the way, the big issue that we see all the time is you have web designers, you have developers that do the coding, and then you have online marketing professionals that provide web design. I'm proud that Local Child Care Marketing is one of those online marketers that provides website design. The problem with a designer is it's all about making it cool, looking great, and they really don't care about optimization. And so they oftentimes, I've seen many websites where you actually have to click on the contact us page to go find the phone number. That's, crazy. Put that phone number on that first page. Put it on there at least once, if not 3 times. There's nothing wrong with having it multiple times as people scroll down. So ask yourself, do you speak to your avatar? Have you identified your avatar? Is it a 23 to 35-year-old? Do you live in an older population where most of your customers are really 26 to 36, 26 to 40? Or do you have a younger group that has children but some affluence that maybe 20 to 35 versus 23? Work on that avatar, nail those down, address their fears, frustrations, and it's pretty simple. As your parents walk in, the ones you are confident talking to about a variety of things about your center, just ask them the simple question of, when you were looking for childcare, what were the things that were the deciding factors for you in choosing a childcare center? You'll get a long list pretty quick, and then you just take and bundle that list down into the actual demographics and fears and frustrations that they tell you about. And then go back on your website and make sure that your website addresses each of those in a variety of places. Again, real authentic images. Stock photos are great. A lot of times we build out a website where we start out with stock photos, but we highly recommend that over time that they send in real photos and we change them out. And I know a lot of times you get into, photo disclaimers and the ability and the right to use them on the website. I know a lot of centers that actually get that form filled out in the very beginning. But if you got a picture that you're really interested in using and you're concerned, take a moment, send it to the parent. Talk about the ability to feature their amazing child on the home page or on an interior page because they were doing or showing whatever. And get those authentic images up there. It may take you a little bit of time, but it will definitely increase your conversions. Work on videos. Start adding videos to your website. It's as simple as just grabbing your iPhone, your smartphone, your iPad, or whatever other device you use, recording a video, and then you can go out to services like Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and you can have it edited down into a nice little video that you can put up on your homepage or wherever you want it. Are you showcasing your reviews? Are you making sure that your take action and your contact components of your website are easy to read, easy to get to? Make sure your basics are in order. Phone number on the right-hand corner. Ensure that there's a web form that customers can fill out, and again, do the credibility. Is there anybody that would like to have the website reviewed and see how they're doing? It's a great chance to see what I see in the first 1 or 2 minutes as I look at your website, and it would help you out. So anyone out there that would like to have it, please drop your URL, your domain name, into the chat box. Update your calls to action. Make sure your mobilized device or your website is optimized for your mobile device with easy click to call. So what are you going to do as a function of today's webinar? Well, before you answer that question, I took an opportunity to just grab a few websites here and show you easy things. So these are websites I just grabbed, and you notice no phone number. She's doing great here. She's got a web welcome video. She's got a really small now enrolling here. It would be much better if it was larger. She's got 3 benefits here. Are they the right benefits for her avatar? That would be the question that I have. So there's one. Also, you know, it's not that hard to get rid of this just by going into YouTube and erasing video 1 so it looks more professional. Same thing, another great looking little website. Very hard to see here, but a contact form they do have. They have their address up at the top. They have a variety of ways to prove that they're a good place to be, but guess what? Where's their phone number? Well, it's pretty small, and you see it there the first time, and that's it. So very small, and other than that, I'm guessing you have to go to the Contact Us page, and so there's a great Contact Us page, but the thing that's missing at the top here is your phone number, your address, your hours of operation. Should all be at the top of a Contact Us form. So you're confirming with the parent that they could call you, they know when you're going to be open, and they know that the location is near where they need to be. Then here's an interesting one that takes you down a different path, but you notice here it says the site may be hacked. So okay, so Charles asks, is these websites before they were a customer? No, these are not websites before they were a customer. Unfortunately, in the past, I wasn't keeping before snapshots, so I will be doing that in the future. But these are just examples of things you should be looking for on your website, just to give you some visuals besides the screen share. But also, you want to be checking, at least once a month. Log in, type in childcare Baltimore in this particular example to make sure that your site's not saying something like it's been hacked. Now, I've got a lot of security devices on my computer, so I'm willing to take the risk. But same thing again here. You got a really huge image, and every day I dispel the fact that you don't want huge images. You don't want white letters over the faces of things, because white is the hardest to read. And when you put it on just an opaque background like this, it's extremely hard to read. So you need to do that differently. So just some advice on that particular one. But anyway, that gives you some idea. This is a potential customer we're working with that will be working to help him get his phone number a little bigger. We'll get somewhere for people to opt in and ask for that. We'll move scheduling a tour up towards the top of the page, because again, remember, we're trying to get them to take action immediately. That's our big goal here. So now back to action items. What are the things you're going to implement as a function of today's webinar? Would somebody please put something in the chat box? Everybody's really quiet today. Karen, you got to be thinking about something that you're going to put into play today. I know you're there. Lisa as well, I know. Cindy, nice to see you on here. Is there anything that you will put in play? Or Jules, anything you'll put in play? George, anything else? Donna, anything else? Okay, so work on this. Create your own action list and start implementing things over the next 30 days. So I'd like to offer everybody, for just attending this webinar, a free opportunity to do an online marketing plan review. So if you have a plan, I'll help you review it. If you don't have a plan, I'll help you start to create it. So we'll analyze your online visibility. In other words, what we refer to as your web presence. We'll get you a custom keyword list that searches for the most important search terms. We'll give you a ranking report showing where you currently rank, so you have perspective. We'll look at your online directory listings and the consistency in there. We'll look at your online reviews and reputation. We'll analyze your social presence and make recommendations for that. And we'll analyze your web conversion effectiveness. So if you're interested, call us at 888-354-6196, or simply type in localchildcaremarketing.com/schedule, and you'll be able to set up a 1-hour free online marketing review with me. Any other questions? Pretty quiet group today. Is Thursday a good day for webinars? That's a question I have. Is this time and day a good day for webinars? If you please respond. Donna says it's great. Julie says it's great. Anybody else have an opinion, better time or day? Well, I didn't have somebody that's in here is all panelists. I'm not sure who you are, so it's a good time. Okay, that works. So any other questions? Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and wrap up today. Thanks for attending. And remember, you want to be working on your web presence dominant method. You want to be working on in this particular order, starting with your foundation, your website, your online copy, the conversion. In the future, we'll be talking about all these other components. Make sure you're engaging on the social media, and posting once or twice a week is not acceptable. You want to be trusted. You need to be posting Facebook at least one time a day, every day, Google Plus at least 3 times a week, Pinterest at least 2 times. And again, you can connect your Twitter to Facebook, so that happens automatically. And then finally, once you get your conversion factors in place, if your traffic is low, then we would look at doing social media advertising for you on Facebook and Instagram. So that's the beginning of the process, and we'll work the rest of the way around it throughout the year, because it is a method. You got to get the first component or the first phase right. You can be doing the second phase simultaneously. You can do the third phase simultaneously while you're working on this first phase. But once you get these 3 in place, and only after you get them in place is it really time to start talking about PPC advertising, because this can get very expensive very fast, and if you're not, well optimized for conversion, you'll just be wasting your money. So again, online analysis for your free marketing plan review, custom keyword list, ranking report, online directory reviews, and make sure they're consistent. Review your reputation online, other things, social media presence, your conversion effectiveness. So we'll dig through your website in detail to show you ways that you can make changes. So the whole goal here is at the end of this review, honestly, yes, we're trying to work with people that are interested, but as a minimum, you'll get great insight into how your current website is doing and its effectiveness, so that you'll be able to work on it yourself if you're a do-it-yourself person. Again, call 888-354-6196 or log into localchildcaremarketing.com/schedule and sign up today for a review. Thank you. Thanks for everyone for attending. Take some action. You can only decide to create a plan, and then you and your team can move it forward. But without that plan, you're never going to see your website conversions increase exponentially. So again, thanks for your time today. I appreciate the hour you spent with me, and I hope I provided at least 3 action items that you can move forward with that will make a difference in your world. All right, all of the response I've seen says Thursday at 1 Eastern is a good time for this, so we'll continue in the future doing Thursdays, just so everybody knows. Thanks, and have a good day.